All right. Welcome everyone. This is Cesar Trabanco from the Global Chamber, and this is our monthly League of Opportunities, part two, because we always have one version, which is at night on Thursday, so we can cover people from Asia and other parts. Today we have a couple members that will be presenting about specific opportunities, so we learn more about them, learn about what they're doing, and depending on the amount of member we have at the end, we might do breakout rooms. We might have a quick round table for everyone. So it all depends how it flows. I would like to start with Fernando. So I was going to start with Keith, but I need to go and check on the slides and make that set. So let's definitely start with Fernando La Bastida. Fernando is a new member in Austin, Texas. He's a marketing expert, and well, Fernando, this is really to learn about you, background, and all you do, how you help companies, and of course, to add that event you have in December. And so, welcome, Fernando, and the floor is all yours for the next 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, how do I fill in the space? So again, yeah, I'm Fernando La Bastida. I live in Austin, Texas, but I spend half of my time living in Mexico, specifically the city of Uruapan, which is uh, known as the avocado exporting epicenter of Mexico, and it was also kind of infamous a couple of weeks ago because the mayor was assassinated in public. So that's been a whole.
Wow, that's Michoacan, right?
Michoacan, yeah, exactly. So I'm actually flying out there tomorrow, and that's where I live with my wife, part of the time. But so yes, as Cesar said, I'm a marketer. I've been doing marketing for about almost 20 years now, and before that, I was in sales. So I've always been in B2B sales, B2B marketing, software sales, computer sales, etc., as well as I've always been involved with global marketing, global sales, right? So I started a company back around 2014 called Content Marketing Latam, which was a content marketing. I would say it was a portal, a blog in which I forwarded education through my blogging, through courses, through YouTube videos about content marketing in Spanish. I was one of the first people to start teaching about content marketing in Spanish. And now what I'm doing is I'm actually helping both Latin American companies as well as US based companies with their marketing in the AI age. And what Cesar mentioned, he mentioned a summit, organizing a 3-day summit called the Strike Marketing Summit. It's December 11th. It's a 2-day summit. It's December 11th through 12th. It's completely virtual, completely free. Thursday, the 11th of December, Friday, the 12th of December. And it's all about a marketing methodology that is sort of perfect for the AI age because we're overwhelmed now with AI produced content, right? If there was a lot of content before Chat GPT and all these large language models, now there's even 10x, 100x content because everybody can create blogs, newsletters, social media content. And it's really the companies, the startups with the large funding rounds, the Silicon Valley, Sandhill funded startups that can afford to really, perfect their marketing, get seen above the noise. The thing for the rest of us is it's really hard to be seen through the noise. It's really hard to sort of get out of that trap of invisibility, if you will. So the one last great marketing and business strategy left is really to differentiate ourselves and become the only choice in the marketplace for our particular niche, right? And that is through category design. And then how do you get your category out there, right? How do you become a category of one? And you do that through a method that I call strike marketing. You write a book about your category, right? This is sort of like your how do you call it? Your manifesto of your category. Think about HubSpot and the founders of HubSpot writing their book, Inbound Marketing. They wrote a book. These are the founders of a software company. They wrote a book and it launched this whole inbound marketing movement. And then once you write your book, how do you get it out there? How do you get it seen by all the people that are in your target market? That's what's called a lightning strike. A lightning strike is some kind of a big, huge thing that can kind of get you, think about a Super Bowl ad. Maybe you blow all your marketing budget for 1 year on a Super Bowl ad, and that's the only thing you do, but people comment on it on the news, they'll comment on it in social media. For those of us who can't afford a Super Bowl ad, that's where a summit comes in. So I'm organizing a summit to teach people how they can organize their own summit, and it really is a great way of kind of breaking the pattern of just seeing the regular stuff on your timeline, the stuff that makes your eyes glaze over because it's all the same old, same old. But it's a great way of providing a watering hole, if you will, for your target market. And then you continue the conversation after the high of the summit. You continue the conversation through founder-led marketing, right? If you're a marketer, you interview the founder through a regular podcast, turn that podcast into content for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc., using AI. And it's a virtual circle. It's a flywheel that is perfect for the AI age. It's AI proof because it's all about connections. It's all about what's the authentic founder's voice, but it's also AI empowered, right? It's not being a slave to AI. It's using AI to amplify your voice. And that's what we're talking about at the Strike Marketing Summit. I think I may have gone over the 7 minutes, Cesar. Hopefully not.
You're right on time. We started 4 minutes past the hour, so you're good.
Okay, perfect. So that's me in a nutshell. And I'm sorry I kind of turned into a little bit of an infomercial. I'm just very excited about what I'm doing, and I'm excited about joining the Global Chamber. Since this is kind of my happy place, talking to people from different parts of the world. I go to Latin America a lot. I lived in the UK, been all over Europe. My daughter's been to Asia. I haven't been to Asia, but that's next on my list. And so really happy to meet every single one of you and looking to connect and get to know what you all are doing.
Thank you, Fernando. Will you add the information of the event here in the chat?
Yes, let me see. The link to join the summit is this right here.
Yeah, I have a couple of people asking actually, so that's good.
Okay, so it's summit.strikemarketingsummit.com. So it's https://summit.strikemarketingsummit.com. Free registration. Recordings will be made after the fact about the summit so that you can, if for some reason you can't attend all the sessions, 12 speakers. They're going to talk about AI. They're going to talk about running summits. They're going to talk about storytelling. They're going to talk about writing books, all within the context of this methodology, this flywheel. Which one last thing, this is not new stuff, but what's new is organizing it around this particular framework. People write books all the time to promote their business. They organize summits. They do regular content on social media. They use AI. But really, I think this flywheel is kind of like the way that those of us who don't have really much of a marketing budget, can get our message across, to be seen, and to really kind of hone in on our target market so that we become the only choice for our market. When somebody has a problem they want solved, they think, oh, well, Jimmy or Jane can be the solution because I know what they do now.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Any questions or comments for Fernando?
Is it bilingual? Is it in English?
It's going to be in English. I'm going to have a few people from Latin America, but it's going to be in English. And for the videos afterwards, I can actually probably provide some subtitles in Spanish later on. Or
yeah, just curious because we have some vets that might be interested. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate the platform, Cesar.
Sure. And I know you met with Sophie, and so Sophie, if there's anything I can do to help on the outreach for the summit, yeah, let me know. Happy to support.
Muchas gracias.
Of course, and you're more than welcome to stay the whole session here,
Oh, I
Fernando,
want
to
to.
learn
I
more
want
about
to.
those.
Yeah.
Excellent. So now I would like to move to Kit. Kit Kane from the MVVDC. We have the whole team here: Annette, Kathy, John, David. I've had the pleasure to have a couple of minutes with them. They're members of the Global Chamber. It's officially the National Veteran Business Development Council, and I like how they're implementing the global part on what they're doing for the members. So I'm gonna leave it to you, Keith, to
Okay.
introduce. I'm gonna put up your slides now, and so
Okay.
welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay. You want to go ahead and there you are. All right. That's the first talking slide, anyways. Let me just jump in real quick in this way. I'm Keith King. I am a Vietnam veteran. I am referred to as a combat vet. So a different conversation. But you were talking about founders. I am the founder and CEO of this organization. And I'm going to kind of breeze through a lot of this. So if you have questions, first off, I have Annette Stevenson, who is a member of our board of directors. JT is also a member of our board. Kathy is also a member, and David Braza was one of our advisors. So I have a lot of support and a lot of help on this call today. So if you got questions, put them in the chat. We will answer them. What this slide shows is really the issue that we've had to fight from day one, which is who are you? Who said that you could certify anybody? And what does your certification do? And so just to kind of walk through all this, I had spent 14 years doing federal contracting, and I was involved in that legislation. They actually, well, we wrote it in 97. It took us till 99 to get it passed. So 1999 is a mark, if you will, of the federal government recognizing veteran-owned businesses as legal contracting entity, which gave us an opportunity to open the door, if you will, to do business with the federal government as either a veteran-owned or a service-disabled veteran-owned business. Those two classifications, if you will, I could do a whole dissertation on them alone. I'm not going to do it. But here's what the bottom line is. When we started talking to corporations, they had a program, they still have a program called Supplier Diversity. That program, the contention of it was for disadvantaged businesses. So as a disadvantaged business, the corporations would take a look at you and what you're doing. That started primarily with minority-owned businesses. They have very specific designations of what is a minority. Second to that, 25 years after they opened this up for minorities, they opened it up for women. Now, women and minorities were the only two organizations or representations that were accepted by the corporations as being disadvantaged. And I come along and I go, hey, wait a minute. Let's talk about veterans being disadvantaged. Like what Fernando was saying, that actually led me to write the original rationale of why veterans are disadvantaged and why we should be included in supplier diversity programs and corporations. That happened. And as it grew, you'll see the very first thing I have up here is on August 2017, a group called the $1 Billion Roundtable had their annual meeting, investigated other companies, and we were the only one accepted as the certification body for veteran and service disabled veteran. Now, all of this background is to bring you up to speed. Go ahead and flip to the next slide, please. To bring you up to speed to why we're talking to you today. As we continue to grow, you saw $4.3 billion in contracts. We are way beyond nickel and dime. You'll see on this slide down in the right-hand corner that we've opened $122 billion supplier diversity marketplace. I've been corrected already. I've been told that that number is now higher. But the fact of the matter is that this opened up an opportunity for veteran businesses to do business in corporate America. Now, having put that together, having been able to look at the corporations, if you would flip to the next one, and start looking at who those corporations were, they were the largest corporations in the world. You name them, Walmart, Amazon, Apple, keep going, General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, on and on and on. We have at this point 180, 190 corporations who are what we call corporate members. And what I'm finding fascinating is the number of corporations who now accept or require our certification if you're claiming to be a veteran. And so that puts us over a couple of hundred corporations anyways. The thing that happened, kind of like going out to grandma's house. There we are. Thank you. That's the one I'm looking for. You will see that what we are doing is launching what we call our international initiatives, basically to expand into these global markets and access exporting opportunities for our certified veterans. But actually, that has been changed already. Things are moving very quickly for us, and that's part of why I enjoy being here today. You will see that we already have not only connections, but we have signed agreements. We've been working on this for a long time, primarily ITA, the International Trade Administration. They are a partner of ours. We are building out what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, the mechanics, the SBA. There's a whole different thing about the SBA, but this one in particular deals with exports and deals with loans and international training. They have a phenomenal system in place that I just learned about a year or so ago. Export Import Bank, I've been working with for over 10 years. Now, they are in the business of financing, insurance, loan guarantees to help our VLBs compete globally. And again, this is the kind of idea where to try to do it on my own, try to do it with the companies that are currently in place, who don't understand what we do, how we do it, or what a veteran is, to be blunt. When we started talking with you guys, the Global Chamber, we put you in here as one of our partners. Because here's the thing. I said we've been changing very quickly. I just, before I signed on, I got an email today from another partner who's not being shown here, that they're confirming they have more money to support our effort, because what they want is us to work both ways. And that's something you guys on this, I would hope that you could help. Here's what I'm getting at. We have Americans, we have American veterans who are already living and working overseas with their own companies. The companies that I was mentioning earlier have really been the pushers, if you will, of us to do this. And we finally got it together. I've been having some enjoyable meetings and phone calls going, hey, you wanted me to go international? Well, it's time to pony up to the bar, guy. Let's get, let's get busy here. And we are. So the point is that what they want is not only the Americans to continue to grow and go overseas, but they want the people overseas to come back to America. So parts of what you are seeing here are not only on spot, but I'm going to expand that, because here's what we found out. We got companies owned by an American veteran. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Kev. Just time checking if you can wrap up in a minute or two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Great. And sorry to interrupt. It's just that we have.
Yeah. No, that's right. Hey, I was on a roll, man. So you know how it is. All right, thank you. I'll just cut all this up real quick. The idea of our certification, though, is simply this. It's a tool. It's a very good tool. It's a tool for you to be able to sit down and talk to people who normally, the corporations, would not really want to talk to you in the sense of being a veteran or a service disabled veteran. That's changed. Once you have our certification, we're talking about helping yourself, and you've seen what it can do for you based on the other slide. Okay, next. I'm going to just basically skip this. This is, again, your keys to success. I'd be happy to talk to you about some of the very specific things that we know that'll help you. This is very much like the same thing. Let's expand the circle. That's how important you guys are, you guys being the members of this organization, to us, because we believe you could help us and we can help you. And we're wide open now to the idea of our international business. Next. All right. That'd be me. That gentleman is retired Brigadier General Dick Miller. General Miller basically has been my business partner. He joined me in 2013 and has been at my side and working with us ever since. He commanded our troops in Afghanistan, primarily Kandahar. The good-looking guy on the right over here, yes, that is my son. He is a Persian Gulf vet, did 2 tours there. He is the director of certification. All 3 of us are veterans. So thank you. Again, just give us a call. We'll work with you on how you can help and how we can help our fellow veterans. And there's my certification. So hopefully I didn't violate too many rules here, but here you are. Call me.
Fine, that's fine. Thank you, Kev. I think something we have discussed that we want to put together is an event with veterans, because we do have members that are veterans. And so I think the ask here would be to anyone else in the call, if you are a veteran, if you know anyone in your network, feel free to send it over and connect them with the kid and the team and
Yeah.
see how we or they can help them explore international opportunities and beyond. So any questions or any comments for Keith?
I'll post some of the webinars that we have coming up. We do a lot of webinars, but right now I don't have the list in front of me, and uh, unless one of my other board members want to jump in.
All right. So let me add a few things real quick because I know time is short. But yeah, if do we have any veterans on the call? If you would say
I
hey or
know,
put your information in the chat.
yeah,
But I want you to know too that even if you're not a veteran, that's okay. What we're looking to do, as part of the certification, it's documentation to say you own, operate, control your business. But our certified vets are looking for you, Fernando, to see, hey, you're in Mexico, you're a valid business, right? To develop that relationship and see how you can do business, right? It's one hand, washing the other, both washing the face, right? How do we grow and lift each other up? Okay. So that's the intent. That's why we were so excited about the Global Chamber and Cesar about this relationship, because we're not about taking, right? It's a give, right? So the member companies that are on this call that have something to offer, we're still trying to figure out how do we make those connections, right? Our vets are going to be going through this export training. You saw the slide that Keith shared, right? To get them up to speed, because right now we're just really US focused. But as we expand into the global marketplace, we need you to partner, right? To be able to help us help you both, right? Grow, whether it's export and import. So if you have people that are in country that they want to export and come to America, maybe that's the conversation we have too about partnering, about joint ventures, right? John Taylor, who's nodding his head over there, was also corporate supplier diversity like me. So we're always looking for relationships and figuring out how do we make it work, right? Because the supply chains, can be complex, and every little piece, every little business counts to make it happen. So thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, and excellent. Thank you, and thank you for all of you joining today. I've been really having fun working with all of you. So thanks again. Now I would like to move forward and ask Kasum Kulivali. Kasum is kind of a media tour in the Global Chamber the last couple of weeks. Uh, Kasum, are you able to say a few words and introduce yourself? I see you there, but you're muted just in case. And if not, let's then move to another one. And so Sipeli, welcome. Sipeli is our new executive director in Querétaro, Mexico. But she's also involved in a couple of businesses, and I thought it would be great, Sipeli, for you to join and give us an update of what you're doing. You recently were part of an event in Mexico City that it seems it went amazing. So we are here to learn a little bit more about you and see how the community can help you.
Thank you, Cesar. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me okay?
Perfectly, yes.
Fantastic. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Sapelli, and as Cesar said, I am the Executive Director of Global Chamber Querétaro in Mexico. It's a new title and a new position. I'm very excited about it, and we have a lot of great things coming up. Just about a week or so ago, I got to go to Mexico City and be on a panel to talk about business initiatives in Mexico and in Spain. And it was fantastic to join that panel and talk about all of the great stuff that is happening here in Mexico. Um, Actually, the Global Chamber Querétaro, we are a league of industry leaders in our advisory board, and we help companies soft land operations here in Mexico. So if you're thinking about expanding operations to Mexico and you need some expert advice and a team to come alongside you and support you through that process, please reach out to us through the Global Chamber website. And we would be more than happy to help assist you, answer questions, problem solve any solutions that you might need to help you strategize because 2026 is just around the corner. Also, We just listed two meetings, upcoming meetings in the December calendar. The first one is going to be an in-person networking event, just in case you're in Querétaro and want to join us. We'll be having monthly networking meetings and always looking for amazing presenters and sharing information with local businesses here about international businesses. So if you have something going on and you want to share it with our panel of network executives, please reach out to me. Let me know. We would love to put you on our calendar and get you speaking in one of those events. The same is true for the third Thursday of the month. We'll be having an online monthly meetup where we also bring in, and you're welcome to attend that meetup. All of our board and our membership will be attending. And then we bring in presenters, and it's really a way for us to be able to connect globally with everyone around the world, share business ideas, business strategies, and get to know each other better. So we'll be having presenters in that meeting as well. And if you are a presenter that would like to present, please reach out. In addition, since I'm the new executive director, I decided to take on some big tasks this year, and we have in 2026 a couple different conferences coming up. And so again, I need speakers for those conferences that are coming up. We have an international business conference in Querétaro that will be happening about mid-year, as well as it's kind of a tradition that Doug has asked us to kind of spread the women in business, International Women in Business dinner and award ceremony. So we're going to host the first annual here in Mexico, and we're collaborating with some of the other Mexico chapters to make that happen. And then finally, our biggest conference we are planning in Puerto Vallarta, and we already got the team kind of working on getting all of that done. But that's going to be a global chamber event. We'll be inviting everybody in the global chamber to come and hear about cross-border solutions and really sit at the table and let's figure out how to do global business together. And so that's what we are wanting to do and wanting to accomplish. And I would love to see your faces on the stage with us. So please consider it. And I will be putting my information in the chat if you want to get connected. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Cipelli. I see Fernando. I was going to suggest you need to connect with Fernando and explore things there. And now think, given that he's spent time in Mexico. I know, Fernando, that made me think about there's a couple members in Mexico City that are in the marketing side thing. So we definitely want them to be in the summit. So I'm gonna make that as maybe as a group intro for you.
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent. Thank you again, Cipelli. And I see your contact details there. Perfect. And I see Kasum is back. And Kasum, nice to see you again. Second in a day. Kasum was part of our French-speaking meetup. So if you happen to speak French or know someone in your business, and I see Basile as well, hey, Basile, they both were part of our French-speaking meetup. We are revamping that to happen in a quarterly basis. So if anyone is interested to learn more, feel free to reach out. Now, Kasum, welcome. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, Cesar, and thank you, Doug, for having me. And I want to congratulate the veterans for their service and now coming to business to make our world more happier. So thank you, Cesar. I am Kasum Koulibaly, originally from Ivory Coast in Mali in West Africa, but now I am in Phoenix, Arizona at the Thunderbird School of Global Management. But I also have a company called Africa Global Group, AG Group, which is focused on promoting business, international trade, investment between Africa and the US in particular, but also in the global Western countries. And my focus is also how to support SMEs, to support women entrepreneurship, and also to bring peace in the world through business development in the world. So I'm so happy to be in that call. And now I am always toujours, I can say. I'm still being the executive director of the Global Chamber in Mali and Sahel region, but also now in Phoenix, I'm part of the Global Chamber in Phoenix. So as a volunteer and contributing to make our activity easier. So happy to support the veterans also. If you want to enter in the African market, it can be French-speaking market or English-speaking market in all 54 countries in Africa. I'm here to support you and to work with you to sell your product in the continent. But also if we have some product from Africa also who want to come to this America's market, we can work together to make great business and to support your activities. And lastly, I can say thank you, Cesar, again for inviting me this morning with French-speaking people in the Global Chamber. And we hope to make our Global Chamber one of the best organizations around the world. And so happy to be with you and also to tell you I'm here also to support women entrepreneurs around the world. So thank you. I will leave my details in the chat box and feel free to contact me anytime and we can be able to do something better together. Thank you so much and have a great weekend.
Merci beaucoup. Oh, enchanté. Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got another one. We got another one for the
Yeah.
group.
So are you in Nairobi? Do you do anything in Kenya?
Yes. Yes. Everywhere in Africa, I can be helpful for you.
Oh, great. Let's talk.
Okay, good. Thank you. Merci, Annette.
Okay.
À bientôt.
I was going to ask you, Annette, and the team if you have any members working in Africa or even being expats in Africa, because I've been reading, especially in Kenya. I was reading a lot about Americans going to Kenya and Ghana is another country I've heard a lot. So
yeah,
so
I'm going
maybe
again in June, right? To Nairobi. Yeah, so working with some of the folks through Hope Worldwide there, small businesses, since USAID collapsed, caused a lot of, more strife on top of already a difficult situation. So we just had a presentation Kathy organized with the UN, and the UN has a presence in Nairobi, right? So again, how do we connect the dots? That's always the challenge of being able to thread the needle and do all that. So I am interested in doing that. So thanks.
perfect. And I'm gonna make sure to connect you to Cliff and Brandon. They're both in Kenya as well. Sure.
Good.
So excellent. Now, any other questions or comments for Keston? And if none, then let's move to Angelica. And so I invited a couple of our executive directors today to this call because it's a good opportunity for all of us to learn. And Angelica, welcome. We've been chatting, and I might be supporting her a little bit with the English Spanish, but Angelica Herrera is an international business leader in Bogota, Colombia. She wears many hats, and one of them is Global Chamber now. And speaking of Africa, she's doing a lot with Africa as well. And I asked her to come today because she has a particular invite for, she normally does this type of invites for buyers that wants to buy product from Colombia. And so coffee has been the one and furniture is the one that she's presenting. So Angelica, I will give you the floor and in many ways I can support you. I'm happy to. Are you there, Angelica?
Yes. You listen me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. It's a pleasure talk with you. My name is Angelica. Sorry, in this moment I cannot share my camera, but the idea is in this moment extend invitation for coming to Colombia. The next December 3, we have a round table in Bogota And in this opportunity, we can find the buyers around the world for to buy the different products made in Colombia. And for this travel, we can give support, economical support for travel and hotel. But if you need more information, we can send by mail or by WhatsApp, no problem. But the idea is, can you know about the opportunities in Colombia, in our market, and done business after these connections. The idea is, if you have interest in this roundtable, please contact with me. Sorry for my English is in progress, because in Colombia all the people speak Spanish, but in this moment my English is in progress. Thank you for your time for listening.
Well, it's actually in really good progress, Angelica. I didn't have to jump in, so I was. That's cool. That's awesome. So I'm trying to find. You send me the link of that opportunity, so I'm gonna try to find it and put it here in the chat. But basically, I think is people in the furniture industries, like buyers in particular, that might be interested to import from Colombia, and there's a $500 estimate that the government is giving for them to cover cost, travel cost. So yeah, I see.
Yes, in this moment I sharing the forms for don't register. If
Okay, perfect. If you can share that's great. Angelica, anything else in Colombia? I know there's some issues going on with the government, and specifically the U.S. government and Colombian government. But do you still see big opportunities for Colombia?
Yes. In this moment, for example, we have an entity denominated Investing Bogota. This entity promote the opportunities in Bogota, but it's possible find more information in ProColombia. For example, in different sectors, agro-industries, textiles, chemicals, products, or laboratories, and energies, sustentables, and service, for example, too. Colombia is the principal country for entry in South America. Colombia have different trade negotiation with Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and other countries, the region. For this reason, some companies entry in Colombia, and after to find the customers in another countries near. In this moment, we have legal support for invest, and incentives and support, economical support, consulting support in Colombia for different companies have interest in coming to Colombia.
Excellent. And Angelica is also the founder of the, and I'm sorry, Angelica, I always forget the exact name, but it's the Africa Latam Chamber, right? It's something like that.
Yeah. African Chamber of Commerce, Latin African. The idea is create to the bridge between these continents.
Yeah, and you definitely need to connect with Kasum and with Ruby. I see Ruby all on the call as well. So they can certainly support your clients, your members. I see Jim. Jim, you raised your hand. Jim, welcome.
Bueno, Angelita, I'm working with a company in Brazil on furniture to get around those high tariffs. You may want to consider not knowing where your furniture, using it for an example, business is, but you may, if you've got something unique or differentiate you from everything else in this country, you may want to consider, especially North Carolina, there's a good amount of furniture assembly being done there to get around the tariffs. Just put that in your thinking when you get out, because I used to do coffee and all that kind of routine, but furniture, I'm working with Brazil. You may want to look at skipping those huge tariffs if you've got the financing on the government side to, especially North Carolina, where they got a lot of wood there and a lot of talent. So I got.
So Jim, is that part of like send the parts here and assemble it here, then it's made in America?
You can assemble in America.
Right, assembled in America.
Made.
Yeah, that's what some of the, like the conductors, some of the chip stuff is like the requirement to get around the federal requirement of made in America. They send the parts here and then they're put together here.
It's assembled. The other part of that,
Right.
if you are a large enough company, that you can really get around it by purchasing maybe a furniture manufacturer is going out of business. And that skips all the paperwork if the company's big enough to purchase a furniture manufacturer in this country that complements what they're already doing and then bring in everything and make it here.
Gotcha. Well, I'm in North Carolina, so if anybody needs something,
about,
yes, thanks.
Is that what you're doing with the Brazilian company, Jim? That in particular, like they're investing here
it's very high end, very Scandinavian. They've had they're very successful down there. So already established. It's more of a pivot to a very large Brazilian company, and you know all the situations and matters working with the Brazilian government. But to get around a successful company, there are ways you just got to think outside the box.
Excellent. I probably need to connect you with Francesco in Sao Paulo. He's been involved in a lot of the furniture manufacturing down there. So that might be a good connection.
Well, as you pass that on, just it's the key in this country going forward for the next 2 years is going to be a niche, differentiate yourself. I mean, you can't bring in something that's already here. You would be wasting your time and money.
Yeah.
You really have to focus on the cultural customers here versus what you're doing now.
Good point. So, and thank you, Jim, and thanks again, Angelica. I put your LinkedIn here in the chat because she got almost 40,000 followers. She's all over the place, and we were onboarding her as we were onboarding our new advisor in Romania. And they were like, "Oh, Angelica, good to see you here as well." So it's like that interconnectivity is interesting. You were already connected to the lady there. So yeah, thanks again. We are wrapping up now, and I just open the floor if anyone wants to introduce himself or bring up an opportunity. Now it's time.
Thank you, Cesar. Thank you, everyone.
Very well, my name is Basil. I just want to say thank you to all the presentation. Very good information. So I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm with the BL Networking Institute, and we teach people how to network as easily as they drive their car. And my information is in the chat. Thank you, Cesar.
Thank you, Basil.
Hello, everyone. If I can go next, Cesar.
Go ahead, Ruby.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So for my introduction, I am the Executive Director for Accra, Ghana. And I also run a consulting firm called Global Trade Consult. We provide market entry services to overseas companies looking to expand into Ghana with their products and services. But I'm currently joining in from Michigan. So anyone that has appetite for my market, please reach out. I will put my contact details in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby. Actually, a good point. Where in Michigan are you?
Lansing.
Okay. Keith, you're in Michigan, right? Is Keith still around?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's
I'm here.
Yeah. Good. And just I think it's just uh good to know. David,
Yeah.
Kathy, where are you based? Maybe people can relate. And I think Kathy, you're in Florida. We have Jim and Tamer in Florida. Is that right, Kathy? Did I get that right?
Yeah, I'll be up in Lansing here the next couple of weeks. So if
Oh
you're up,
dear.
are you still in Lansing?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm doing some stuff, presentations up there with the Small Business
Okay.
Administration from the state of Michigan. So,
Okay.
if you would, give me your name, email, phone number, whatever. I'll try to contact you on my way up.
Sure. I'm sure Caesar will put us together.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Then Kathy, you're in Florida, right? Is that where you are, Kathy?
I am in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay. I just want to add that Global Chamber Accra, Ghana, we meet every last Tuesday of the month. So next Tuesday is our next meetup. I'll put a link. Anyone who wants to come along you'll be most welcome. Thank you.
excellent.
Awesome. Anyone else would like
Yes,
to say a few?
Cesar. Hi, this is Tamer.
Tamer, welcome directly from Central Florida.
Yes, how are you guys doing? I hope that everybody's having a good time. And wanted to present myself just for maybe a few people that doesn't know me yet. As you know, my name is Tamer Flores. I'm founder of BizDeglo. My company BizDeglo stands for Business Development Global. And what I do is the strategy planning and execution for international expansion of my clients. And basically, it's not for import export, it's for when your company wants to establish itself in another country, right? Either coming from other countries into the USA or from the USA going overseas. So I help them by handling everything, all the process, and they basically save money, time, and effort because if they assign this to somebody else inside the company, it will take them longer to start making return on investment. So if they could make it in 3 years with my work, they can do it in 18 months, and therefore they can start making money before what they were planning. So if you know of any company that is looking for expansion that has to do with the USA, so coming to the USA or going from the USA to another country, please contact me, let me know, and we can talk about it, and we can have also a referral fee, so that could be good for everyone.
Thanks, Tamer.
Thank you.
Speaking of expansion, and Alex, I don't know, Alex, if you can say a few words just for a minute. Alex is working more on the staffing opportunities, so helping companies hire overseas. Alex, do you have a second to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, everyone. My name is Alex. I am with Midwest Global Staffing. I am a member of the Global Chamber Denver. I am in Broomfield. And yeah, basically what I do is hiring people from all over the world and place them in mostly American companies. We work with America, Canada, and Australia right now. So if anyone knows talent that can bring us, or if you know some companies that are interested in hiring international staff, that will be amazing. Right now, great referral from you that I will ask you is that we are now looking for an accountant, CPA, that is based in Tennessee. So if someone knows someone from Tennessee or the South, the Carolinas, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, a CPA over there, referral for me will be greatly appreciated. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex. I will take a look at that.
Sure, thank you.
Alex, I don't know if you joined at the beginning, but definitely Fernando has an amazing marketing summit that I think it's something that you will want to take a look at.
Yeah, definitely. I already contacted
Awesome.
him. I already worked with a bunch of marketing agencies, so yeah, this could be good.
Perfect. And
And
thanks,
thank you,
Fernando,
Fernando.
for
Yeah.
adding the link again. That's cool. So I would like to close with Donna. Donna, I see you put your contact details there. I don't know if you're able to speak, but it would be great to close with you and directly from Atlanta, Georgia. And speaking of the South, so Donna, the floor is yours to close the
Thank
event.
you. Yeah, thank you so much. And it's so great to meet everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Donna Smiley. I'm based in the Atlanta market. I am a commercial real estate broker. I've been in the industry for 10 years. Primarily, my specialty is cross-border investments, primarily with India. I have a lot of great connections in India. I've traveled to India. So if you are in need of any type of relationships or connections in India, I'm more than happy to do so. And also, I'm on the advisory board here for the Global Chamber in Atlanta. So, if I can ever be a resource in the Atlanta market when it comes to relationships with the port or any of our government officials, I have connections all the way to the governor's office here. Please let me know as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Donna. And Doug Bronke, our CEO, I know he is connected in one of the Global Chamber accounts. I don't know, Doug, if you're able to say a few words to wrap up
I'm here.
HQ.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Globy. I really appreciate her ability to understand our members and give us better advice in terms of who to connect them with. We are really devoted to you, to support you and your success. And so I encourage you to fill in the form, the Globy form, if you haven't. I think most uh, members, maybe not most members, but so many members have already filled that out. And it's a joy. We were told that this was not going to happen, that we were going to have to beg and plead to that to happen. But Cesar, how many people have so far? Do you have a sense of it?
Sorry, I was muted. It is around 200 in just a couple of days, and the campaign is going to last for a couple of weeks. So yeah,
Okay.
it's been great to have that type of response.
So that information is so helpful for Globy to help us guide connections. So thanks everybody for participating today. Great information. I think we have a couple more events today. Texas coming up in a bit, and one that I'll be part of, the Phoenix chapter, is coming up. There was a very significant USMCA conversation this week in Phoenix from people all over the region and the world, from Mexico, from Canada, from the US. And so we'll have an update on that along with other global activities. Thanks, everybody. Back to you, Cesar.
Thank you, Doug, and thanks again, everyone who joined us today. And just wish you a wonderful weekend ahead. And those in the US, hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving week as well. See you next month. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay,
Take
bye.
care.
Thank you soon.